Alright. And instead of an intro, we're just like straight live now. So I'm gonna need to like share the link to the Discord again in case people are missing it. Well, the Twitter link is dead now. Which is
Are you live now?
Yeah, we're live right now, so don't say anything. That'll get you locked up.
I never say anything, bitch. What do you mean?
Scheduled for the 12th.
It's upcoming.
Did I
upcoming.
pick the right time?
It's not playing on my YouTube page.
Not live.
15 a.m.
There's
It's not gone live yet either for me. But sometimes it
I
takes a
guess
few minutes.
A little delay there. Now we're up and
It's
going.
popped up. I see Roy's in the chat.
There's like a bit of a delay, but a few seconds.
Okay, let me try and get that link.
No more posts. No more posts.
Never again.
Sorry guys, that poll's crashed the stream. It couldn't handle all that computing power of the numbers flooding into the poll were just too much. Couldn't handle it.
Okay. Yeah. Rogue, I don't know if Rogue is there listening, but the issue is not fixed. The issue is not fixed, and it's no longer limited to games. It's just happening in a stream now. I wonder, is it OBS only?
Yeah, but still, it shouldn't happen.
No, it shouldn't be happening on this PC. I spent $2,000 for it, and now it's fucking crashing all the time. And it did give me a blue screen though, so I think that's maybe because he was saying before, if it's not giving you a blue screen, it's hardware. But that was blue screen, so maybe I just was never seeing the blue screen because I was in the headset, but it was always showing a blue screen. So I don't know.
Maybe. Streamlabs.
Streamlabs, yeah. Fuck that. It's the same. It's the same software.
Just test it.
Streamlabs OBS is the same as OBS. Regos, LSP says welcome back. Roy Schwartz peeping. Regos, how you doing? Says, do I have to hit the like button again? I'm sorry about that, Regos. And I'll never know what was the poll as. I'll never know. We lost all those 13 votes.
Oh.
Everybody's getting it.
Yeah.
I doubt that. I doubt that very much. Sonny killed your poll because too many people were pressing no. There you go. I'm going to assume that's what was happening. Hopefully the audio and all shit has been okay. I don't know if it's it shouldn't have reset anything. Donnie, welcome back. So yeah, before we were rudely interrupted by my PC crashing, and if it happens again, by the way, I'll have to cancel it because obviously it's too much of a fucking. And now Muzz's fucking thing is annoying me here. Hold on a sec. Sorry about this, Muzz. Your screen isn't properly in the box. There we go.
What?
I don't know why that changes. And now Jackpots is
like
too much outside the frame.
Oh.
Don't worry, it's
Okay,
gonna
sorry
crash
about
again.
that. Yeah, if it does crash, I'm gonna just call it quits.
No,
And,
you gotta try it 7 more times before you finally
Yeah.
call it quits.
But yeah, what were we saying before we were rudely interrupted?
Phasmo. Talking about Phasmo.
Reptile. Okay, so you're enjoying Phasmophobia. I noticed you said it's not scary, but having said that, you've been in
I
like
would say
4-player.
Intense.
Like when
Intense.
if you were by yourself, would you try it by yourself, or would it just not be?
Oh
fun for
yeah.
you? Yeah.
That's why I don't give a shit if I go into a room by myself and like talk to the ghost and everyone else is like gone. I'm just like, all right, well, if the ghost appears, I'm just gonna see the hands go in front of my face and I'll just be ghosting around for a while. It's like
Ghosting around, iconic. But yeah, I like that game a lot. I do like it a lot, and Contractors as well. Been having lots of fun with Contractors too. Scoring, 5, 6, 20 kills every game. Devoured was interesting. It's I just don't think it's got like, I understand it's got the better scare in terms of like when the thing catches you, it drags you around the house and stuff, and that's funny. And possibly scary, like it's more interesting than the
there's
fingers.
no depth, and what do you mean?
Because
you can do perks.
That's customization. That's not like the depth. Like when I'm thinking of I'm talking about gameplay depth. With
what's the gameplay? Oh, you can unlock now a camera number 1, number 2.
Yeah, every piece of equipment,
every piece of
equipment unlocks like a new strategy you can have. And then, like, listen, there's like 24 or is it 28 or whatever different type of ghosts. So you got to figure that out. And then specific ghosts.
They all do the same shit.
They don't. Specific ghosts have different tells. Like a revenant will run faster than a different ghost. A wraith will not go through sand or some shit like that, or the salt or whatever. One of them has breath if you see them. It's all different little things. And that becomes relevant when you're playing on fucking nightmare mode, because it becomes way harder to get the evidence.
You never get into it.
You wouldn't understand that.
Listen,
you wouldn't understand that. Daltron VR, how you doing, Daltron? Long time no see.
He is pretty much holding you and everybody else and saying, "Hey, this is the room. Here's over here. Do this." And
yeah, that's fine. Listen, I understand that. I think I've already played with Pete. I think that's all I've ever done is play with Pete. So yeah, It's probably going to be
I need
harder
a
without
better
him.
seat because I need to level up. I can't do it by myself.
Yeah, you can't.
I need
You
all the
don't
help.
have the mental facilities to do it by yourself. Donnie says you could always get the laptop back out and y'all can carry on with tip touching. Give him the. Actually, I haven't wiped it yet. I've been meaning to wipe that laptop and give it to the lady. I'm gonna sneeze. I think.
Make sure all those files are wiped first. Make sure.
Yeah, get a magnet to the hard drive and start scrubbing it.
Fucking leave you. Yeah.
Damn. Harsh. Anyway.
all those dancing girls are stored somewhere. You're
Oh yeah, I
gonna
forgot
find
about dancing girls. Are we ready for the first topic? Which is the topic of the
Yes.
show. The title topic, which is of course the PS5 Pro. What? Oh my god, does this reset all the videos as well? What's going on here?
Oh, no.
God.
Why did
Oh
you do
my
this?
God.
Why did it reset this? I set
know.
all this before starting the stream. The crash has ruined everything.
Damn.
The economic
Why don't you
crash.
talk about it? What
That
are we
is.
talking about?
PS5 Pro. Okay, where's my notes? Where's my notes? Here we go. So PS5 Pro was revealed. I mean, everyone knew it was coming. It was like an open secret kind of a thing, but we do now know the price, which is the most controversial aspect of it. It is €800 and $700, which is ridiculous, by the way.
Is it?
I think it is. For me, like for an extra 100. Like, why is it when I was paying for the PS5 or the PS4, it was the same price in dollars as it was in yours, and now all of a sudden there's like 100 difference. What's going on there? You know?
There's more soup people involved.
I know that you pay like your taxes aren't included in that price, so that when you actually buy that, you're actually probably paying what is it tax? 13, 21%, whatever it is. Added on top of that, probably 13%, 21 would be ridiculous. 8% tax. Is it different? Like, is it state by state? It's like different tax.
Yeah,
think
some
it goes by
states
states.
don't have. Yeah, some states don't have sales tax, but they got income tax on state and obviously federal and all kinds of shit.
Okay, yeah. So that $700 is not actually real. Which always confuses me about America, that you're okay with that. Like, you look at something and it's like, oh, cool, $700.
course we're
It's like,
not
no, it's
okay.
not
Nobody's
$700.
okay with
It's closer. It's probably closer to 800.
Eves.
Anyway, there was a 9-minute reveal by Mark Cerny, who's probably one of the most unsettling of the suits. You know, of all like Phil Spencer's, all them guys. He's the one that comes into your dreams at night and like steals, like sucks your life essence when you're asleep or something. But he's a very intelligent man. And during his 9 minutes presentation, not once did he say the word PSVR2, or the initials PSVR2, I should say.
No, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know that exists.
No,
he doesn't even know about the PSVR2.
He's like, what's this weird USB-C slot in the front going on? What is that?
Put that there. Put
Why,
that there.
I don't remember putting that there. Not that I expected them really to talk about PSVR2, especially when I saw that it was only going to be 9 minutes long. I was like, oh, they're not going to talk anything about PSVR2.
No.
So he went into the specs of the PS5 Pro, and there's 3 big features. So the first one is that it's got a better GPU, which is 45% faster, which should lead to better frame rates. And if that's applied to PSVR2 games, you should see less reprojection if they up the frame rates. But of course, that's going to be like a developer thing. They'll have to update that shit. The second thing is better ray tracing. Apparently, it's going to trace rays up to 2 times or even 3 times faster, depending on, of course. They can't actually say, like, give you a solid number because it's going to depend on the developer, and every game is different. So they give you like an estimate.
Think of all the more rays you could see.
Absolutely.
So many more rays.
Absolutely. Well, Jackboss is thinking about them, right? He's drooling about them over them rays.
Puddles.
The third thing, I think the thing I think is the most interesting is that PSSR thing, which is like PlayStation's super sampling spectral fucking resolution or some shit like that, where they use AI to like bring your image quality up, like upscaling basically, but using AI, and it's like apparently really, really good. And then after that, the presentation went live, there was a few interviews done with a few websites. One of them was CNET, and they did mention PSVR2 there, where Mark Cerny said that PSVR2 games will be upscaled using PSSR after a future patch. So it won't be at launch like the other games, but they are planning on patching it in so that it will support PSVR2. And that should give, like, you know, big benefits, up, like better resolutions, better frames. Allegedly. Also, it's going to have 2 terabytes, which maybe is being overlooked by some people as well, instead of the 1 terabyte. Actually, is it? Yeah, PS5, my one's like 800 gigabytes. I don't think it's even 1 terabyte, is it?
No, and then you take away the operating.
Yeah.
Like, just to operate the system takes away like a couple hundred.
Yeah, that's right. So that's like there's probably some other details too. I saw some other stuff, like apparently they showed off Gran Turismo 7, and there's like an 8K mode that they've got going on behind the scenes. They haven't shown that yet.
Nobody cares about the 8K. Who the fuck has an 8K TV? Nobody.
Listen, that's the point. The point of the PS5 Pro is to appeal to the people who have this kind of money to throw around on 8K TVs and whatnot.
No,
not me. That's why I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it.
It's a very luxury item.
I don't think it's about the 8K because almost nobody has an 8K, fucking TV. I think
well, the people that have 8K TVs are the people that can afford the PS5 Pro. So if they can afford an 8K TV, they probably have money to throw around.
Yeah, this is
you
like
can trade in your old PlayStation and pay $300.
So once upon a time, nobody had HD TVs, and then nobody had 4K TVs, and now everybody has them. This is progress. Decepticon.
I know, but the 8K thing was the Xbox Series X. It's an 8K too. I think some shit.
No, this is different. This is different. That's like supporting like 8K video output, which could be like nothing to do with games at all. But this is an actual game running at 8K, allegedly. I assume now it's using that upscaling shit, like the AI upscaling to hit that, so it's not native 8K. But still, that's gonna look really, really sharp. I don't even think I've ever seen an 8K TV in my life. But if
they usually have them on displays in like Best Buys and stuff. I think that you can kind of like see what they look like in terms of visual quality.
I haven't been inside an electronics store in a while.
You have to drive like 3 hours to get to a Best Buy.
Forest somewhere in Ireland.
The forest, yeah.
Castle, an abandoned castle.
But yeah,
you saw the structure where he lives in the last Game of Thrones episode.
There you go, fucking Harren Hall, half melted by
he
dragon flames.
He rents it out. Medieval shows.
But yeah, okay. Me and Muzz, obviously, we're not getting it. And I think the reasons are fairly obvious for us. But Jackpot, you are getting it.
$950 Canadian. That's why I'm not buying it.
I'm probably getting it, yeah.
I'm
gonna trade in my PlayStation. I'm not going to just buy it outright. I'm going to trade it in.
You're going to trade it in? You should trade it in now while it still has more value. You were saying it has like what's the value of it now if you trade it in?
They just raised the value. Before it was like $315 for the disc version, right? Mm-hmm. $315. Now they put it at $385 and they got a bonus of $25, right? So you get $400.
Do it now.
And then no, I don't know, bitch, because maybe they're going to.
They're not going to up it again.
Trade-in bonus. They might have a trade-in bonus to go trade the. Yes, bitch.
Because now everyone's going to be doing what you're doing, and then now that they know the PS5 Pro is coming, they're going to be like, "Oh shit!"
It is common. It is common for GameStop or EB Games to give a bit of a trade boost when something first comes out, just for like a limited time.
Yeah, they do that. Not everybody's going to fucking
because I thought it would be the opposite.
Buy it.
I thought it would be the opposite.
It depends on how much quantities of used PS5s they have right now, and I doubt that they have tons of them, so they want to get that probably increased so they can have more used consoles to sell.
They want to push the new console too, so they usually do trade-in bonuses, at least in the GameStops, when there's a console. If you trade in your old console for the new one, you get extra fucking credit besides the regular credit.
Yeah, and they know that like hardly anyone's going to be doing this, and not many people are just going to be outright buying a PS5 Pro at that price. So they'll probably let people get a premium trade value for their PS5s so they can build up inventory of used PS5s, and then whatever price that they put that up to, it's just pure profit for them because it's just a used system. None of it goes to Sony, so I think they will get a pretty decent cashback value or trade value.
But the only reason why I'm getting it,
it's nowhere near worth it for me. Like $950 roughly Canadian, and that's before my taxes, which is I think in Ontario is like 13%. So add 13% of that, so it's well over $1,000.
And then the stand, and then buy the stand.
Well,
I'd have to be put on like a payment plan for the next 10 years till I can get that thing paid off probably.
Yeah. Well, I haven't played a lot of the games. Most of the games, like the exclusives on the PlayStation. So that's kind of my one of my excuses for justifying if I buy it or if I trade it in for buying this, because I literally haven't played. You can talk every game you want to talk about, God of War, Ghost of Sushi, all the fucking games we want to talk about. I still haven't played them. So if I already play every exclusive, all the games and all that shit, I'd be like, probably not. Because people are saying just play it on your PC, and I did that test today. I have the PC the same as you, Pumpkins, of 4070, and I plug it into the TV, which is a 4K, whatever the fuck, and it ran the games. But I think who was saying Bat Robo, he's right. Like the optimization for the games on the PlayStation, especially the exclusives, is just really, really, really good. So I don't have to buy the whole games again because I already have a fuckload of library of good games on my PS5 already. And if I want to have that experience, even though it's silly because it's just slightly better, I'll have to buy the games on my PC, and it's just more of a pain, like you're saying. Right, the PC has issues sometimes.
PC is trash.
So for me,
PC is trash.
No, it's not trash, but it has
trash.
its issues, especially with your brain, as smooth as it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I do, I do think that it is very fucking overpriced or like expensive, and it sucks that they're not including the disc drive. And of course, it's only because of the price, but I also think they're doing it on purpose because I feel like they're trying to get rid of, physical games. They want everybody to just jump into the digital shit.
That's dangerous. That's a dangerous world we're living in. Even I've gone on digital, but I know it's not a good thing in the long run.
I bought Astrobot on digital just because I didn't want to go to the fucking store, which is 10 minutes away. And now I have it stuck forever. But I was like, if I buy it physical, I can just go and trade it in and get some money and buy something else. But I was like, nah, fuck all that. And then now I have it stuck forever. Fucking Astrobot.
Yeah.
Shit.
I think the only reason I started going digital is because of VR games. Like I think VR makes the most sense to want digital because no one wants to like be taking their headset off and on just to be able to like fiddle around putting a disc in a tray. Like I just want to be able to like go in and choose what game I want after I put my headset on and play the games that I just load in. But otherwise, I used to always buy physical copies of games.
I think for me, it was like just to have that midnight release. And I think the last time I was at like a physical midnight release was like GTA 5 when it came out in 2013. And it was like a massive queue. Fun. And it was like, and then like eventually we got to the point where PlayStation on PS4 were doing like, you get the midnight launch if you pre-order digital, so you can have it preloaded as well and have it ready to go immediately. Like that was like too appealing for me to ignore.
Midnight console launches were always really fun. Those were like exciting.
Yeah.
Fucking sucked. They took everything away from us, Fucking suit people.
Well, you can still buy that disc drive separately, So be thankful to Papa Sony that they're giving you the chance to give them another $80 so that you can get this disc drive. That's probably like 2,000 Monopoly monies was over there for the disc drive separately.
All my games are digital.
I've got the drive, and I don't have a single physical PS5 game. Just PS4 ones that I've left over. Anyway, let me try and catch up on the chat. Donnie said, bless you when I sneeze. Thank you, Donnie. Daltron says, nice to see you, Donnie. How are you keeping, Daltron? It's been a long time. I had to go in to see the video at first. I don't know what that was about. Did I, Dan? How you doing? Says, you need that 64 gigabytes of memory. Take those shoes off. You might be right. You might be right, Dan. Brandon is here. Says, how you doing, Brandon? He says, sup? All just got out of breaching. PS5 Pro looked horrible. Wait for PS6. Yeah, I'm waiting for PS6. But I'm worried now. What do you think? Like, what does this mean for the price of the PS6? If the PS5 Pro is going to be fucking this, are they testing what they can get away with? Like, or is the PS6 going to be less impressive than this? Like, how are they going to justify the price when the PS6 comes out? Is it going to be a massive drop in price on Pro?
I think it might be the same price as a Pro.
You think they'll be the same price? That's ridiculous.
Roughly.
They can't. The last time they went with the launch, like PS3 was like $600 or whatever it was.
Maybe 600.
But they got roasted for that, and it killed them nearly. They were like half that generation trying to turn that around. And then PS4 they did $399, which was smart, and PS5 they did $499, which was smart. And then actually no, they had $399 if you didn't buy the disc drive. So if you got that version, it was still $399. So that's like the magic number they have to hit. But like with the PS5 Pro being that much, it's like how are they going to hit that again with a PS6? But having said that, we're probably like 4 years away from a PS6. So
who knows what the fuck is going to happen?
At least the PSVR2 isn't as much or more than the console anymore.
Yeah, I saw someone say that. I can't remember who it was, and it made me laugh. It's like, you can't use that excuse anymore.
On that console. It makes it look a little less money.
Oh shit, Jeremiah says New Hampshire is 0% sales tax. Does that mean you actually get the price you see advertised in New Hampshire? Why doesn't
funny.
everybody live in New Hampshire?
No taxes.
They probably get tax on their income though. The state.
Is that true, Jeremiah? LSB says all Mark Cerny needs is a blonde.
Well, we get that as well.
A blonde wig, and he would look just like Gareth from Wayne's World. Yeah, that's true. PPO says PSSR. Indeed. Donnie says component costs are fucking ridiculous. That's why Sony claims the reasoning behind their prices, but the difference from country to country isn't given. Yeah, that's a bit cheeky. It's a little bit cheeky, but yeah, you're right. But this, especially with that AI shit, where it's all silicone and all this kind of shit. Like, there's a big AI arms race going on, and it's driving prices up and all this shit. So yeah, that's playing a part too. Brand says third-party titles will get future updates to make it look better, but they gave no timetable and didn't mention third-party VR games. Yeah, it's going to be at a certain point they're forcing them to do it. So like, if you're releasing a game between like August, I think it was the cutoff point, and going forward, you have to support the PS5 Pro. But any games that came out before that, they don't have to. You know, it's going to be up to them. PPO says pisser, PSSR. Yeah, I heard Digital Foundry lads calling it pisser every time they brought it up. A bit of a in joke between the lads there, I think. Brandon says my PS5 has 2 terabytes because I thought I bossed that shit. I only bought 4K TV, says Brandon. Did you say biggest benefits? I don't think so, but we can always go back for an instant replay and clip it up, Donnie, if you want. Bad Robo's here. How you doing, Bad Robo? Says AK and ray tracing in games in 60 FPS 4K. Yeah, so their big thing is that you'll get, like, you know how there's always performance mode and fidelity modes. There's like combining the two of them. You'll get the fidelity mode visuals with the performance mode frames and ray tracing. So I'm sure it's going to look impressive.
Not that big of a deal.
I don't think so either.
That's what I'm saying. It's just.
If you caught the wording though from Mark Cerny when he was saying that, he said, so right now you have to choose performance or you need to choose fidelity mode, and we're finding more people are choosing performance mode. And he was like, when we have this new power, he's like, how did he word it? We're gonna shorten the divide between the gap, and then he said, and almost remove the need to choose entirely. But the way he worded it, it wasn't like 100%. Like you don't have to worry about that anymore. It's just gonna always be doing like both perfectly. But he definitely like was careful to say the word like just about like cancel the need for the choice between performance and fidelity. So like there's still gonna be something there where you can still like push the graphics a little bit more without the frame rate, you know.
I cut him some slack there because like he can't control what other developers do with it, like, you know. So maybe that's why he has to be like wording it.
But we're still at the point where there is like I think there is going to still be a choice whether you have it like the best looking it can be, or like the frames to be like locked at whatever.
Or maybe that's
AK mode and Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
well, maybe that's still a good thing because I feel like a lot of people like that are very competitive, like Call of Duty players and all that shit that want the higher frames. And they usually just do the for performance mode, and they now, or like people are really into graphics too, and they want both things. Maybe now they can have the choice to do the regular mode, which is going to be, really good graphics and good frames. But like you say, Muzz, maybe they're also going to have the same option. They're going to have a performance mode, which is going to look good compared to the PS5, but the frame rates are going to be even fucking higher than whatever they already have right now.
But right now, I think it's PS5. I think it's common right now for like if you're doing the performance mode or the fidelity mode. If you're on the fidelity mode, I think usually you're getting like a 30 frames per second if you're doing like the best graphics, as opposed to the performance mode, which I think locks it at 60 frames as far as most games go. So maybe now with the power of the Pro, we'll make it so when you lock it at the fidelity mode, you're gonna get 60 frames with like the best visuals instead of down to 30 or something. Like it'll be like a bar raised for like that. So I'd be happy with that. Like I'm usually good with it. Like 60 frames per second is usually good for me. But I mean, you do notice like when it goes up to like 120, like when you play a game like Red Matter 2, like when you play that game, you do notice how smooth it is, like at 120 frames per second. So I mean, like for VR, it definitely helps. But like the only way I would ever think about getting a PS5 Pro is if they ever come out and like say specifically like this is how it's going to increase your PSVR2 gameplay, and like every game you'll play is going to be at like 120, like pushing 120, like 90 to 120 every single game. Then I'd be like, okay, well that's tempting then. But they would have to actually like speak to that, and not just like make an assumption. Like I'm not going to assume like, oh, this is going to fix all my PSVR2 problems when they don't like hardly ever talk about it.
Like I can see them fixing, like boosting Gran Turismo 7 frame rates and like maybe getting rid of reprojection, and that would be amazing.
Yeah, but I mean that's what I was thinking when I was showing that gameplay for GT7 there. Yeah, and,
but
like,
that's
like that the visuals of like the car being like reflected off the like your car being reflected off the other cars now, like that wasn't there before.
No,
that would be cool to see if that could be
like
in
proper
VR
ray
as well.
tracing. But like while I can see them doing that with GT7 because it's like first party, like I'm trying to think, you know, Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil 4, would Capcom be willing to do that again unless Sony throw them some more cash? And would Sony be willing to throw them more cash? I don't know. So there's no guarantees with it. So you're right. Like I definitely wouldn't be pre-ordering this on the assumption that PSVR 2 is going to be amazing. I'd definitely wait for it to come out and then see the tests and see if anyone's patching us to take advantage of us.
Yeah.
If I had that kind of money lying around to buy it, which I don't, so it's like it's not an option for me at all. But for those who do have that option, that's what I would do. I'd still wait and see.
I think the only immediate thing that they would probably have on most games is the upping the frames per second. Basically, I think that would be kind of an easy patch for most games. Like, okay, well, this up it so like this console can run 60 or 90 frames now. So like, let's just do an update so people can have that available to them if they have it. I think that might be an easier thing for them to do outside of like the visual upgrades. That might be more work and might not happen.
PPO says, "Speak for yourself. I still got a 1080." I assume he means 1080p display. Well, that's what I've been reduced to as well. PPO. Bad Robo says, "AK is such a stupid waste of performance." If you had an AK TV though, which nobody does, but if you did, you definitely try it out just to see what it looks like. It'd be like a window, you know. You probably put your hand into the screen.
Content in AK.
But that's why you need.
I just recently got glasses, so like everything's like super clear to me now. It doesn't even matter.
Well, the pixels
like,
are done.
I'm seeing everything in like super high definition. Yeah.
Ray tracing added from Muzz.
Yep.
Brandon says it's like $800 if you want the disc, $700 without the disc. But they did say, I think somebody gave a statistic where it's like, I can't remember if it was 60% or 80% of PlayStation gamers are all digital now. Like it's jumped up a lot in the last few years.
That shit is selling. You see how it's on the top selling on Amazon, the disc shit?
The disc version. Oh, you mean the add-on? Yeah.
The add-on is like.
Well, the scalpers are getting ready. The scalpers are getting ready.
Yeah.
You know.
Thank God me one. So.
PPO says it doesn't come with a stand as well. Does it need a stand though? Can it stand by itself, or can it be put lying down? Probably can't lie down if it's got curves.
Probably lying down.
But that could. Well, is it flat enough to lie down on its side? Probably not.
I don't think they'll sell you a console without an ability to fucking safely turn it on and place it somewhere. I think if you want to do it vertically, then they could obviously do the same thing that they did with this. But no, let's just charge them another fucking $30.
But the base of it is flat, like, so I think you like, as long as you don't have like dogs or young kids and shit, you could probably just get away with like standing it behind your TV or whatever.
Yeah.
I know it's a risk, but you wouldn't necessarily need it.
I always have my consoles. Well, if you have a disc drive on your console, you should always have it lying flat.
Yeah.
Just it's better for the console, for the disc to be running in your system that way. That's just always been that way. Like if you have it standing up vertical, over time your discs are gonna be like spinning a little off because it's not natural for a disc to be spinning sideways.
Yeah.
But if you have a digital version, then it doesn't matter. You can put it sideways. It doesn't matter.
Importance is so dumb that it doesn't automatically give an FPS boost to VR. Devs need to patch their games. Well, I think devs need to patch their games for that PSSR shit, but I don't think they need to. Like, they could still take advantage without doing anything of like the extra GPU, for example. So if there's like a game that has like fluctuating frame rates, that extra 45% is going to help like automatically to stabilize those kind of games. I think if I understand, like obviously I'm not a technical person, but I think if I understand that much, then that's how it works. Donnie says 13% sale tax. Glad y'all have free healthcare because you gonna have to sell a kidney and or testicule. All right. Interesting spelling of testicle, but I like it, Donnie. Brandon says Brandon says PlayStation Portal. You want digital too. PlayStation Portal. How is the PlayStation Portal selling? I wonder. Nobody seems to talk about it anymore.
Well, last I heard it was actually selling decent.
It sold decent, yeah?
Yeah.
Did they give actual numbers?
You didn't get one.
Like you can't get it now? Or is it still hard? Is it still hard to get? Because, you know, Valve Index was hard to get for a while, but they didn't sell loads. You know, it's just that they didn't make many. So,
well, I don't know if they didn't make. They probably didn't make that many.
I'm talking about Valve Index now for the not making many. I'm sure Sony made a lot of portals.
Right now, yeah, you can get it shipped. Yeah, now Best Buy at least.
Okay, so it's available now. Bad Robo says people have become lazy and they don't even want to sell games anymore.
Damn.
Important says I stood in line around the block for GTA PS3 too. Yeah, that was a good. Well, not a good memory. Like it was okay. It was just kind of boring. You know, it was at midnight. So it was cold, wet, and you know when the
it's
option.
Cold and wet
yeah, but still, you know, I could have been inside beside the fire. LSB says so. PS5
at a mall.
What you said?
For the release games, don't you go inside like a mall and shit where it's
not standalone?
No, not. Yeah, we had a standalone GameStop. It was just on the street. LSB says so. If PS5 Pro is $699, how much do you expect the PS6 to cost? Well, there you go. I'm really behind on the chat.
Yeah.
Let me skim down a little bit. Pay has no limits, says LSB. I see Durban Brown is there. How you doing, Durban Brown? Jeremiah says no state income tax in New Hampshire. Property taxes are kind of high though. Okay, so they get it. They make it up some other ways. Godvr Legs says, "Where's the new games?" Question mark. Good question. Yeah, that's another thing.
None.
It's disappointing that if I was them, I would have made sure to show off even just like a 10-second clip of Ghost of Tsushima 2 or something where they're using us on PS5 Pro. Just to get people more excited. Or Wolverine, exactly, yeah, something like that.
Where's that game?
Just a little clip.
Like nothing.
It's like
silence.
It's as if they don't they know themselves, especially with the price, that it's not going to be mass markets. It's more like targeting the super hardcore PlayStation fans.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. So they don't really care too much.
Well, maybe they will, but not yet. Maybe I think they're gonna try to like the same thing with everything, right? They're gonna when the games come out, like GTA, right? The new GTA.
Yeah, GTA is gonna be huge.
This fucking game they'll play in the Pro because it looks a tiny bit more hairs and it's fucking.
It's probably, yeah, like if they say like GTA 6 runs at 60 frames per second here and it can't do it anywhere else, like that's gonna be huge for PS4 Pro because the PC version won't be out for like 2 years after. So that'll be a huge benefit, especially if they can get a bundle, like a PS5 Pro bundle with GTA 6 or something. That'd be something. Anyway, sorry Jackpot, I talked over you there. Go on.
No, that's it.
Alright, so I'm sorry.
Good job. You did it.
Thanks.
Hurt my feelings. Bitch, I'm gonna eat.
I'm sorry. You gotta eat the pain away. Just obese in the next episode. Got viewer legs. Sorry, I already read that. Jeremiah says my boy just got the new Slim and it comes with some little garbage plastic bits so it can lay horizontal. Oh. Maybe they'll have the horizontal plastic bits then. In which case, stop the whinging over the stand. Important says, welcome to the Shut Up Bitch podcast. Brand says, it's good to lay in bed and play it. It's easy to get now. Oh, the Portal he's talking about.
Yeah, the Portal, yeah.
Yeah. Bad Robot says the price. The Visa? Rest in peace.
Yeah, it's coming out.
The Visa 2, PS4 2 is the Visa 2. Did you not know that?
No, it's coming out.
It's not going to be a Visa. No, it's not. Twitters. They're not going to do it.
Yes.
If they do that, then forget about VR. There's no way they can support 3 different devices.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
In a month, we're going to be talking about it.
Bad Robo says the price of PS5 Pro will drop on the day of GTA 6's release, and then everyone will buy like crazy. That would be a good strategy if they could like cut 100 off it for GTA 6, and then they have like it's 4K, it's 60 FPS, it's got ray tracing, and the Xbox version doesn't, or even the PlayStation 5 version doesn't. That could get people's nips erect. LSB says rumor is there will be a state of play coming soon. Take that with a grain of salt. You can guarantee, like, there's always going to be, once September comes, it's like every month is like, oh, state of play is happening this month, and you're bound to be right eventually. LSB also brings up a good point. Tokyo Game Show is coming too, where Konami will be showcasing more Silent Hill 2 remake and MGS Delta, which I'm really excited for both those games actually.
They're gonna have to have a show at some point, because you can't release a PS5 Pro at that cost and not have anything to back it up, as opposed to like why you're gonna buy it. Like, you need to be like, okay, I know it's a very expensive console, but here's all these awesome games coming for it that you're gonna be able to play.
By the way, that trailer, that presentation,
they don't have anything.
The presentation where they were like comparing, like, let's say Ratchet and Clank and what it looks like on PS5 Pro, was it just me, or was like I was like squinting? I was like, I can't see a fucking difference in any of these. I know it's on YouTube, and I know it's like bit rates and all that shit, but there was nothing very clear, which was
it was the only thing out of all of that comparison and like videos that they were showing, the only one that really caught my eye was the Gran Turismo 7, because but of course, like, all of that stuff is like showing on like a flat screen version, so I don't even know how much of that's going to translate to the PSVR2. Like, is the PSVR2 going to see all of those like reflections on the cars? Probably not. Like, I don't know.
I think it's just the frame rate more than anything. The frame rate is probably
yeah.
They did a good job showing off frame rates.
People.
But
like, I don't think that the games are going to look better. I think the games are just going to be able to run at a faster frame rate with those nice graphics.
But he was like more details in Ratchet and Clank, and then there's like a screenshot of the crowd, and I'm looking at the crowd, and it's like, which is I wouldn't be able to tell you which one was PS5 Pro and which one was normal. It just looked the same.
That's what I'm saying. It's very.
But they didn't even full screen it. Like, it was just like stupidly done on their part. Like, they put it in a small box on the screen, so you're squinting anyway. So if they full screened it, I probably would have seen more details. But they didn't do that. So I was like,
or point it out or something.
Why did they display it that way? Like, why was it done so poorly? Anyway, that's the PS5
because
Pro.
The people that they're focusing for this, I'm assuming, are people that know about the fucking. Because I didn't know nothing. I still don't know nothing. But about the computers and all that shit. Once you plug in the game and you open the game, all the tinkering you can do and all that type of shit, and I don't know half of that fucking thing means or anything. So I just think it's more for those people that really might have noticed those differences. I don't fucking barely notice much, but maybe those people do know exactly what these people are talking about.
But they did a comparison, which is fair. I understand why you do the comparison. I just don't understand why you don't make that a full screen comparison. So that's way easier to see the differences and show off the stuff.
Maybe they knew that there wasn't too much difference comparison, so they wanted to keep it small. So
make it a tiny little box
somewhere on the screen.
Trust us, it looks way better. It's way better.
Hold on a sec. Oh, okay, I see what happened. I think. PS5 Pro reveal. Let's see what happens if I do this. Nothing. What happens if I do this? Okay, they're all reset. And this? Yeah, they're all. For some reason, I made all the videos tiny for all the next upcoming stuff. But whatever, I'll be able to fix it pretty quick. So, are we done talking about this? Are we ready to move on to the next?
So you're doing Sony's tactic then?
Yeah, apparently. Just reminded me we were talking about that.
Where's the poll?
What'd you say?
Where's the poll? Where's the poll?
Poll's gone. I'm not crashing the PC again.
He doesn't want to risk it again.
Okay, so the next topic is the charts. Charts.
Charts.
Those charts, I don't trust them. They put the fucking, this game is 95% off, and then all these games go up. So
but they didn't do it nobody did it this time, because as you'll see, it's the same usual suspects at the top. Beat Saber is back at #1 in North America. Swordsman's got that's studio. I think Sin Studio. Remember they released that awful Warzone game, and it was like just terrible. And then there was like, okay, the next game is Swordsman. And I was ready for this to be absolute muck. But they managed to pull it off, and they kept updating it and made it better and better and better, and it's like constantly in the top 10, and now it's back to #1. Maybe they had a sale or something to get it back up that high, but Beat Saber in North America #1, Swordsman #1 in the European Americas. And in terms of new games, then they came out that month: Arcade Paradise and Compound, both charted for North America, but only Arcade Paradise charted in Europe. So Compound didn't make the top 10 there, which is a bit sad for them. But yeah, overall, it's business as usual. We didn't have any crazy 90% sales off to rocket anyone up through the charts. Unless Swordsman had a big sale that I didn't know about.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't keep track of the sales on PC.
Yeah. Brandon says Swordsman maybe was... Oh, it was $2, so they did have a big fucking sale. This was in America too. That's if Swordsman had a $2 sale in America and Beat Saber still managed to beat us with no sale, that'd
be sad. Yeah,
it's crazy that Beat Saber is still selling like that. Like who hasn't? Who doesn't have Beat Saber?
Still in 3 and 4 though.
Pavlov's evergreen. But man, I'm really, really desperate to know how many units it takes to get onto this chart. Like, I'd love to know how many Pavlov actually sold. Yeah. You know, is it like 200 copies and that gets you into third place? Is it 1,000, 2,000, 3,000? Like, what is it?
Yeah, I don't know if we'd ever know that information.
Yeah.
Unless he had access to like friends on the dev teams or something. Yeah. That could clue you in on that kind of sales.
Damn. Well, we'll never know, sadly. Donnie says we got bears. Bear charts. LSB says the fact that Beat Saber continues to top the charts really is a testament of the VR industry as a whole. A bad testament, an indictment of the VR industry as a whole.
All the new Questicles people, they get the Questicle and everything is like, oh, for your grandma, look, play Beat Saber, play the Job Simulator, all the same ones.
This is PSVR 2.
This is only PSVR 2? Oh,
this is just PSVR 2. This is the PlayStation charts. What are you talking about?
How the fuck is Beat Saber still?
What do you know? We've been doing this for like months and months now. Have you been thinking this was like an overall thing the whole time?
No, right now I thought this was about everything.
Absolute stoner.
I haven't checked the notes. I'd have to check the notes. No time for nothing.
Brandon says modded Beat Saber for the win. By the way, yes, I'm sure it is, but it's still top in PlayStation charts, even though we got no mods over here. We got no mods. We're basic bitches over here, and they're still topping us. All right, Anthony, you want to say about that before we move
Arizona Sunshine's still on that list as well, which is actually what I was just playing earlier. Before I jumped on stream.
Okay. The fuck is Compound?
Compound's the game that has like a Doom kind of a style to it, but it's in VR. Like early Doom, like pixel kind of graphics kind of looking, but it looks kind of cool.
Dang, Among Us.
Yeah. Among Us. Well, you expect Among Us. You expect Among Us to be doing well because it's a big name, especially
and it's
among
cheap.
The children.
And it's
yeah, it's like a $10, isn't it? I think it's 10.
Yeah, it's like $9.99 or something.
Yeah, so that's fair enough. LSP says, I hope Alien, Max Mustard, Into the Radius, and Behemoth all make the charts when they release. Behemoth is November, I think. Is that November game or October game? I'm trying to remember. I think it's November.
I don't know. I hope that both Aliens and Behemoth are like high on that chart. Yeah. Because if they aren't, then that's not a good sign for
Beat Saber.
PSVR.
Just Beat Saber.
It's not a good... Yeah, Beat Saber is just still on top, no matter what. But, yeah, they need to be successful for this to keep moving on.
100%. But LSB says I would like to see good VR games get the sales they deserve. Me too. Especially like the likes of Behemoths with like Skydance Interactive. They deserve us for the support. What are you saying about LSB?
What a turnaround from LSB.
What you mean?
You can't stop talking about that Max Mustard. When I first told him about it. He's like, fuck this game. This is games for kids, trash. And I was like, dude, this is good reviews, and it's only like $2. I don't give a fuck if it's $2. It's for. And now he can't stop talking about his own Max Mustard's the best game.
So you remember we did that video together where we were like rating like an S tier list of all the most anticipated upcoming PSVR 2 games, and we got to Max Mustard, and all three of us just laughed. I remember that was like before we even seen any gameplay or anything, just going by the name.
Just the name makes me laugh.
But listen, apparently it's really good. I mean, LSB can't stop talking about it, so it has to be good.
Must be,
regardless of
who cares about Astrobot. Man, I was just playing Astrobot right before we started doing this. I just want to get a little fix in, like a little 10 minutes Astrobot session in.
Kids are crying for the controllers, and you're just like pushing them away with your feet as you play them.
They get it during the daylight, so I get it at nighttime. But they fucked the controller. Like anytime you turn right on the stick, it goes left. Now.
Oh no,
it goes left. So you have to turn the camera around so that he's always running towards. No, it's not even drift. It's like they have inverted it somehow. I don't understand it.
Can't figure it out.
No, it's great. And only that. Only if you go right, it goes left. But if you go left, it turns left. It's just when you try to turn right, it goes left. So they probably got like sticky dirt shit and like from sweets or treats or whatever in there.
Use the goo. Use the goo.
Use the goo. I don't know what that means. You trying to say? Should I communist? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, bitch. There's a
Yes.
goo. The goo.
That's what he's. That's what he's asking.
There's this thing that you put on electronics to lube them up,
Yeah,
and it works for the. It works.
This is a dream.
Yeah, it
This
works
is
for
a
the
dream you have.
No,
It's not a
LSB.
dream.
LSB's in the chat. On the Questicle, there was a time that the fucking controller would just like drift to the side, and supposedly it was because little tiny particles of dirt get in there and it's so sensitive to the fucking thing. And you put the goo in there and you let it dry, and then it is magic.
Shit. All right, somebody link me. Somebody link me to the goo. I need to get some goo.
I don't know if they sell it in Ireland, but probably.
I can order it on Amazon, I'm sure. Bad Robo with the lols. Important says Beat Saber just encourages devs to make mini games instead of full games with full worlds. Lame. Listen, you can't. Like, there should be room for all of these kind of games. Remember on PS2, Rock Band and shit like that were. Guitar Hero, I should say. You know, that's the same type of thing. You know, it was taken off, but we still had GTA San Andreas and all that shit. You know, that we just don't have the other side of the coin over on PSVR2 or VR.
Because you can only support one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Only one interest.
Yeah.
Not enough player base to go all around.
LSP says Astrobot looks great. Jealous I can't play it. Sorry, Musk, go on.
I was throw in if Contractors finally comes out on PS5, then man, that's gonna be like how much player base can go towards that. Take away from the Beat Saber crowd to go to the Contractor Showdown.
You gotta get rid of that reborn mode. Get rid of that reborn mode, am I right? Jeremiah says WD-40 contact cleaner. I use it all the time on my garbage Quest controllers. Contact cleaner, okay.
Oh, sure.
Decepticon is here. Decepticon, he says the same
for
thing.
electronic. Yeah.
Contact cleaner is the goo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not for electronics, because there's a couple of them, and there's one that'll fuck you shit up. So you gotta make sure you get the right one.
I'll look for the right contact cleaner then. Brandon says, who's hyped for Batman? You're in the wrong fucking neighborhood, pal. Although LSB is probably hyped for that one.
Okay.
And Jackpot actually is probably hyped too. Are you?
Nope. Nah, I don't give
No?
a fuck.
Man, it's crazy. You're a weird Quest fanboy. I don't understand you at all.
Because I
Big
told
marquee
you,
game.
I like multiplayer games. So for me, Contractors, that's my shit. Even though I'm trash at it, that's my shit.
Yeah.
Phasmo, games like that, yeah. But I mean, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Phasmophobia is not a Quest. Phasmophobia is not a Quest.
It's probably gonna be okay, but I just don't. I don't give two fucks about that one.
There is nothing goo about it, though, says Jeremiah. What do you mean? Are you saying it doesn't come out like goo then at all? Or are you just saying it's goo and it's just like a normal liquid or something?
It's the goo, bitch. That's just the goo.
Speaking of liquids, how about pools? Squint. You get to see that trailer if you squint, alright? This is a game coming to PSVR2. It's called Pools. Actually, is it called Pools VR or is it just Pools? Because there is like a flat version that's called Pools, already out on Steam. And it's this weird kind of, you know, that liminal shit, back rooms and all that shit.
Trash.
Basically a simulator of that. Let me read the notes.
Pools VR? Is that what the fuck this is called?
Pools VR, yeah. I think it's Pools VR. Creepy liminal walking simulator is what it's described as. It's got really good visuals, like almost photorealistic looking visuals in the environments at least. However, the gameplay is questionable. But it does have positive reviews on Steam, mostly like overwhelmingly positive or something like that. We get a quote from Upload VR where they say, Pools is described as an art gallery where you look around and listen to the sounds. There are very few things to solve, practically a few mazes. Sometimes the game can challenge your navigation skills, but mostly you're just there. No monsters, no jump scares, just an eerie, oppressive feeling. You can wishlist it on Steam, and it's coming to PC VR later this year. So I don't know when it's coming to PlayStation. I don't know if it's coming the same time as it comes to Steam VR.
But you gotta put that code on the back of the box or something.
Yeah, I don't.
This is a game where you are there.
You're there. But I'm actually interested in this, just because, like, it looks like a cool. It's going to depend on the price. I probably wouldn't buy this at like
$10.
$40. You know,
It's $10 on
for nice visuals. You get to go down slides. You see this? You go down fun little slides.
That's why we don't get no good games on PSVR2.
The water looks really
This is
cool.
PC
on the
games.
pool.
They come on PC, you bitch.
Looks realistic.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Shouldn't be excited.
It does matter. I'm not excited. Like I'm not counting down the days for it, but it's like something that's piqued my interest. This is a big genre. Liminal horror is a big genre on like the internet. You know.
Is it?
Oh, horror, yeah. But then you said this is not horror, nothing.
But no, but
happens,
it's like spooky atmosphere. You know, it keeps you on edge. Apparently, you know, it's got an oppressive atmosphere. They say on the streets. Coming late 2024, as it says on the screen there for Steam. So maybe 2025 for PSVR2. Who knows? But I'm sure it would look really nice. You know, it's kind of look like that kayak VR level of visuals. You know.
Yeah, pretty clear. Like the water looks pretty good. I actually just downloaded the demo for that. Just lost the name of it. That water one.
Submerge or Subside or something, was it?
Subside. Yeah, Subside. I tried the demo out and it looks really, really good.
Nice.
But I mean, I don't know how much I'm gonna want to just swim and explore for however long the game is.
Yeah.
There's collectibles and stuff too. I guess you have to like collect little things around there to unlock more of the game, like the shark experience. You can only do that once you find so many of the shark toys hidden all around the surface of the water.
Might be good to just listen to music or a podcast or something in a game like that.
Just a chill out thing, kind of like the kayak. Just kind of like to chill out and play that kind of thing. Although it's not as chill as kayak because you can drown, so you have to like pay attention to your. I think you can upgrade your like how long you can hold your breath and stuff as you play the game too, so you can go further and further in the
lung capacity,
underwater,
San Andreas style, CJ style.
Like so I think there's more gameplay than like a kayak, but still pretty chill.
Jeremiah says fast evaporation and super vicious. Oh, viscous. He's talking about the goo. LSB says, have you tried the Subside demo on Steam yet, PP? Gonna try it tonight. Is that what got you thinking about that, or was that just a coincidence? LSB said that. Space Denizen is here. How you doing, Space Denizen? Brian says, it sounds dumb. Subvoid. Well, I guess it's not on Quest, probably, so that's probably why it sounds dumb.
Sound dumb.
That's probably why it sounds
no, I see
dumb.
what you
It's
mean.
not on
There's
Quest.
people that like this stuff, but...
Important says, Pools already looks better than Contractors, lol. Now, that's an interesting comment. What do you mean by that? Like, visually, it does look better, like, visual-wise.
Yeah,
but in terms of gameplay, like, it doesn't look better than Contractors.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
Graphically.
Space Denizen says, I love liminal shit. Well, there you go. See, it's like a whole genre. It's like, it seems it's like a new genre as well. I think it started with that Backrooms shit, where it's just like infinite space. People...
It's like ASMR, you know, it's for like serial killers and shit. You know?
Okay, like this, just move around quietly in an environment.
Yeah, it's like it's like you clipped through the world and you've entered in this place you're not supposed to be, seeing behind the scenes of reality or some shit like that. Jeremiah says, no monsters, no jump scares, just an eerie, oppressive atmosphere. So every day I go to work. But a bunch. Thank you, Jeremiah. Thank you for the comedy.
Yeah, the graphics look pretty good. The water looks crazy.
It does. Brandon says, instead of 80 sucky VR games, should get one great VR game with 80 devs. You mean 80 teams developing one game? Important says, dollar store Fortnites is not for me. You're talking about Contractors being a dollar store Fortnite. It's more of a dollar store Warzone, but even then, it's more than $1. You know.
No, I've always said it, but I would take the downgrade in visuals in Contractors Showdown to play that in VR than the best quality graphics in Call of Duty and play it flat screen.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah, it's a trade. Yeah. It's a easy trade off for me. Yeah. And the graphics aren't horrible. Like they do they do.
The guns look really nice. I think the guns are really nice.
Yeah, and that's like things close to you look pretty good. It's only like way in the distance you can see popping and stuff. But I mean, again, you take it with like the freedom that VR gives you. It's you can't trade that for better visuals.
Yeah,
like and it has to run on the Quest too. So clearly it's gonna be. It's like fucking Hitman, right? It looks like fucking trash, but not. That's not because.
No spoilers for the next topic.
Is that what it is?
Let's segue right now.
Listen, I'm not gonna. Okay, segue. It might be trash, but gameplay, I'll play Hitman all day, but instead of
No, you
fucking
won't.
walking around puddles and pushing fucking baby ducks.
You won't play
fucking floaties
Hitman
around.
any day, any time of the day.
No, but if I had to pick between Hitman and baby duck pushing on the water and slides, I'll do the.
Baby duck. What are you talking about, baby duck?
It was like
I don't know,
fucking baby duck, inflatable baby ducks, the rubber ones, inflatable ones, and he was just pushing them out on the water.
Yeah, this is gonna be a quick topic, but yeah, Hitman 3. You know, we were all. Do you remember when this was announced and we're like, damn, look at Quest once again getting a AAA title, and we're left in the fucking out in the cold. That's not lined up
AAA.
properly at all. Sorry about that. Sorry for the visual amateur nature. But yeah, turns out not like we all knew the visuals were looking a bit fucking rough. When we saw that 2 seconds of gameplay that they snuck into the reveal, it was like, ooh. It turns out, yeah, it's not great. Even outside of that, you know, the reviews have been bad. Like apparently the pop-in is horrific, and it's just overall feels like it needs to have been delayed. Allegedly, is this dropping? I'm trying to drop this. Drop, you bitch. But yeah, I don't know if you heard Jackpot. I assume you're not going to get this game. But would you have got this game if it got good reviews?
Doubtful.
Maybe. But I mean, maybe, probably not. But not because it would be trash or anything, because this game, I think the sandbox and the options and all the things you can do, it can be fun if they do it right. The graphics, of course, I wouldn't fucking want it to look so trash, but it's like Muzz saying, yeah. I think the PC version or the other version runs already good, right? On Steam. Isn't there a PC
The
version
Steam
where it
version, I
runs better
remember
than
that got criticized for basically just being the PSVR1 version. Like they didn't go enough into, you know, taking advantage of the
Gameplay
controllers
and
and shit. So just like one-handed kills and shit like that. Even on
But when
PC,
a
unless they
PSVR
patched it since.
The PSVR one version of a game is superior to your new version of the game.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad in terms of visuals. I mean, if this game looked really good, like Hitman is like one of those games it's a really good streaming game because it's fun. It would be fun to play that game streaming with like viewers, and then you can like do funny things to interact and like different ways to kill, like lots of options basically in your gameplay for people to kind of like watch and like.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of like unique organic shit can happen in that game. It's like sandboxing.
Yeah, and you can like say like, you know, what do you think, chat? Should I kill this guy this way or this way? And then people could like do, you know, like tell you like, oh, throw him off the building or like strangle him, and you know, they can have fun like that. So it's a good game for streaming, but yeah, it's pretty sad the visuals on this game is.
Yeah, but I don't think it's not just
Not
visuals.
great.
I think like performance-wise,
Yeah.
it's like really rough.
The performance. I saw. Did you see? I think GT's stream. He was trying to strangle somebody with the wire.
I think it was a clip of that on Twitter or something. I saw. Yeah.
His neck. It wasn't attaching or anything. He's just like.
And he wasn't reacting
Cool.
either. The bag, like the person he was trying to kill, was just like he's there trying to fucking strangle him with the fucking piano wire.
He's sipping his coffee or tea while he's trying to get strangled.
So yeah, it's been rough. But I feel bad as well. But yeah, listen, it's all fun and games to laugh at a Quest exclusive. But I think at the end of the day, this is bad for virtual reality in general.
VR.
Yeah, because this is more another opportunity for someone who's like a flat gamer. Who's like, oh, I really like Hitman. Let me check it out in VR, what it looks like. And then they're like, oh, this is shit. VR is shit. This is what VR is, you know. And that damages everyone.
Haters.
It damages everyone.
All the VR haters, just more ammunition for them to be like, this is garbage. Like, why would you ever like invest in a VR and this is what you get kind of things.
And it's not often we get a big IP coming to virtual reality. Obviously, Batman is the next one that they have coming up. We got Alien as well.
Yeah, Batman looks like it's going to be good. All the early people that played it and reviewed it, giving it high praise. So like, at least that one's going to land.
Like after Batman, okay, let's say after Alien, after this year, we'll say. What's the next big IP? What's the big? But Behemoth, okay, it's going to be a good game, I think, but it's not a known IP. So, like, is there any known IPs coming to VR after
Aliens?
Not that we know about, I don't think. Nothing announced.
No, not that I know of.
So it's like, these are once in a blue moon type things, so it's a shame
that
they can't nail them every time. And of course, I don't blame the studio entirely, you know, it's like, they're forced to run on Quest. hardware. You know, this is and try to keep the Hitman gameplay while running on that, where you've got like loads of NPCs and then kind of an open area. It's like it's a big ask, and loads of physics and shit going on like that too. Like, so it's a lot to ask for that. They obviously had to make a lot of cuts. So it's not necessarily blaming them, and I'm not blaming Meta either. Obviously, you're probably going to get as many good games as you can exclusively. So it's like, it's just the nature of it right now. Although obviously, you know, they shouldn't have released it in the state it was released in, but still. If Sony were maybe, you know, had their pants pulled up properly, they would have made this deal, and we'd be talking about a completely different Hitman game right now. You know, what could have been, or just a port of the PSVR 1 version.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that's all I have to say about that.
Buy a Quest.
Nope.
Quest 3 has
Why would I buy a
soon.
Quest? We're just after talking about terrible Quest
I'm
exclusive.
not talking to you, bitch. We know that you're an idiot.
Why would anyone buy a Quest after looking at this? We're just after talking about how bad this is, and you're talking about buying a Quest.
Long game. Everything else. You know?
This is like 30%
Like
of your
Batman,
exclusives.
everybody
This is like
loves
30. That's a third of your exclusives right there. You got like, what have you got?
About
How many
exclusives,
Quest 3
about
exclusives is there? There's Batman. There's this. What else? That's only on Quest 3.
Game, the
What?
ass game.
No, that's on Quest 2.
Is it?
What's the, yeah, it is. So what's the Quest? Like, this is 50% of your exclusives then, I guess.
I know, but the Quest 2 and 3 is kind of like the same fucking shit. You know?
Oh, well, I know that, but you still need exclusives. Anyway,
not as much.
LSB says, shit, man.
Still sound like
go.
pancakes, though.
Important says, I'd rather not play Warzone Flat or VR. Well, yeah, of course, it's not going to be for you then. That's fair enough if you don't like Battle Royale type games. LSB says, GT said he even tried it with the recent updates that was supposed to fix some things and it's still trash. It's definitely bad for Quest and VR in general, 100%. LSB says, shit, man, has me worried about the Quest versions of Behemoth and Aliens. Yeah, well, listen, there's a reason they're showing off the PSVR2 versions of those, you know. But the gameplay should be similar, if not identical. Brandon says it's almost a year since Resident Evil 4, the last VR game from Sony. Would you even say it's the last VR game from Sony? I mean, I know they probably funded it, but it's still third party. Like, the last actual VR game from Sony was launch day, Gran Turismo and Horizon.
No, and
Crash Horizon.
There was Synapse as well, but that wasn't made by them. That was still another third party, you know.
But
they funded it, I'm sure, but, you know, it wasn't.
Wasn't the developer Synapse like owned by Sony?
No, in Dreams.
So it's not a Sony.
It's not a Sony owned. It's not Sony owned. It's probably going to come
I thought
to
it
Quest.
was a Sony owned company. Okay.
No, in Dreams. The same people do Fracked. And Freak. What's the name? Freakers? Freakers, the multiplayer game that's coming out soon. I can't remember the name of that. Frenzies. Sorry, Frenzies. That's what it is. Freakies.
I forgot about that.
Fucking
Freakies.
LSP says, what kind of quality will these ports be? It's a good question.
That would have been a better name.
Trash Man says, Bad Robo. Space Dance says, Predator game next. Remember they did try a Predator game, Flat, obviously. Where it was like a 4v1 type, one of those kind of games. I think it flopped.
Yeah.
So I doubt they'll try again for VR, but you never know. If they're doing Alien, if Alien Rogue Incursion goes well, maybe.
They should have done Ghostbusters like that. The Ghostbusters trash game, they should have made it. People who are the Ghostbusters, and then another
Slimer. One person is Slimer, sliming all over the place. Yeah, that would have been good.
Yep.
Fuckers is Bad Robo, yeah. Fuckers is coming out soon. Alright, next topic. Rest in peace, Hitman 3. Hopefully they can turn that around and make it a success story, but we'll have to wait and see. The next, oh my god, this is... Why would it just be there like that? That's so weird. It's just off to the side. Anyway, this is a roadmap for Hellsweeper for the rest of 2024. Let me bring up the notes here. So September, you're going to see a resurgence updates, and that's going to add a new katana weapon, a new mini-boss, new playable model, which I assume means skin, and additional traits, which I assume are like perks or abilities or whatever, because I still haven't played this game. And then there's going to be the Alliance updates, which is coming either December 2024 or quarter 1 2025. That's what they're targeting. And that's going to add a new single player and co-op mode, so you can play that new mode in both single player and co-op. New mini-boss, weapon skins, and a map updates. And as far as I know, these are free updates for Hellsweeper. So, you know, good support coming there for Hellsweeper. And of course, back earlier in the year, they did that Wrath update, which really improved the PSVR2 version, added that dynamic full face of rendering. So, you know, it's probably a good time to go back check this out. And they're still putting the content out, so if you want to support them, it might be a good idea to do that if you like this type of game. Any interest in Hellsweeper from you two? Probably not Jackbox.
Not really.
Yes, but no.
Is Hellsweeper? I keep mixing them up. Is Hellsweeper the one that you're doing it to like the rhythm? Like
no, that's Hellsinger, I think.
Hellsinger.
Yeah.
I always get those mixed up. Okay, so Hellsinger is the one.
Hellsinger is actually out soon, like 3 weeks maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so Hellsweeper is the one.
Hellsweeper is
like
remember Sirento? The people who made Sirento have made Hellsweeper.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think it's kind of the same type of
like slow mo spinning around shit.
And
it looks cool, but I'm not.
Of enemies and shit.
The only time that I have to play is just the games that I always play is Contractors. If I have a lot of time free and I played a lot of games, maybe, because it looks cool. Sorrento was pretty fucking cool. Felt badass first time playing VR. And
the flips, the slow motion flips were sick. Yeah.
I didn't play that one. I missed that one.
Yeah, you can do co-op as well.
Yeah.
And somehow the slow motion worked in co-op as well. They made that work. That was impressive. I think. All right, not really anything else to say about this. So I'll move on to the next topic, which is Rad TV. I made a video about this. Oh God, where's the picture gone now?
Back to Rad TV.
God, it's massive. Why is it
Rad
so
TV?
big?
Why are we talking about this trash?
Why? Because
don't give these people your money.
It is the only media player that the PSVR2 has. So if you want to watch porn on PSVR2, you need this. If you want to watch
only way.
Your 3D fucking... Okay, it launched without 3D support, but they patched that in since, I think. So if you got your 3D like movies and shit and you want to play them on your PSVR2, you need this thing. Now the problem with this thing is you need a subscription. You can either buy it... you can either... If you listen, you can do a once-off payment, but in order to make that payment, you can't just use cash. You have to buy like an NFT.
NFTs.
Right. Oh my God! So
that's if you want to own it. That's if you want to own it. Listen, apparently, I made a video about this. Apparently, it's seen like NFTs get people thinking it's a scam, but apparently it's a valid way of owning something.
I mean, I know it's a valid fuck.
And then if you don't want to use it anymore, you can sell your NFT to somebody else, and then they get your pass. They mint a pass for you, an NFT pass. But if you don't want to do that, you can pay monthly instead, which is like $5 a month, and that's the only way for you to side load content into it. So it's kind of like Netflix, where it's got its own content for you to like browse and shit. From what I've heard,
browse content.
If there's like a few like limited selection of VR stuff there, and from what I've heard, the quality is like really really bad. But if you have stuff saved on your own, like if you like a USB stick or whatever, and you want to load it into this so that you can play it on your PSVR2. You need to buy that subscription to play your own files on it. So you can't do it in the free version. There's a free version that you can watch some shit, but not your own stuff.
You can't play like side-loaded content without their subscription.
So this is out now. I think Bad Robot actually tried it as well. But from what I hear, it's like really bad. Like the quality of it is like really bad. However, if you've got your own stuff, it might be worth it. If you really want to watch your own, like this, because this is the only way to do it with a PSVR2 headset. If you don't have a PC, that is, with the PC adapter.
Like, what else do they have on their platform? Really, like, is there like they have obviously like VR, like videos and environments, right? Like that they
I don't know about
play
environments.
for you.
I don't know about environments. I don't know if they have like a cinema
would
screen.
you
It could just
pay...
be floating.
But at the end of
the bigger screen, or
well, they got like flat content there as well, so it's not just VR. So there's flat stuff to watch, and then the VR stuff is like you can remember like YouTube. Remember YouTube VR, like 360 kind of shit, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, and I think they have like videos that you can play that are kind of like short videos and films of like random stuff. I'm pretty sure.
But is it like big screen? Like a big screen?
No, like it's not multiplayer or anything like that. I don't even think.
No. Not about a multiplayer, but like, what's the appeal of besides watching 3D movies? Like, is it a big screen for you to look at, or
it's in VR? Like you can click on something and be like, oh, this is like an African safari. Like you'll go into like a VR and you can look around and like see.
So you're not watching a flat screen inside a VR environment.
It's on VR. You're like a VR like videos that you can go into and like see like, oh look, there's a line over there kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I
Like,
mean,
you're
I
looking
don't
around.
think
your
360.
content? What about the content that you have? Let's say that if you just want to watch a movie, a flat movie, how does it?
I don't know if it has anything like that. Like,
Well,
at
that-
the end of the day, all of their extra content is, like, it's not the focal point. Like, let's be honest, like, what they're trying to do is pretty much monopolize the porn. They want to capitalize on anyone that wants to watch porn on PS5. That's basically what it comes down to, I'm pretty sure. Like,
Yeah.
all their other
Browser?
Yeah,
all their other stuff.
No, it's not a
all their
browser.
other
So you got to download it and side loaders.
Yeah. Like, all the other stuff that they have available,
Yeah,
like, on their
just
platform.
Pull up your phone.
I don't think matters to most people that are going to be buying
Go
that.
through all these loops.
This is the only way to
Yeah.
fucking do it, because Sony won't support it with anything themselves. So if you want to fucking play media that you own in VR, on your
Go
PS4
sell
too.
your PlayStation. PlayStation VR 2, go sell it.
Yeah.
this guy, a host of a PS4
It's
2
because-
podcast.
Because Sony won't do like the minimum thing and like let people access their videos in VR like through their console
Yeah,
for some
so
stupid
stupid,
reason.
yeah.
So they make it available to companies like this that can move in and make up like this crappy platform, Rad, and say like, oh, if you want to watch our stuff, you can access this stuff for free. But if you want to use sideloaded and put your own videos and play that, that's going to be premium cost, and that's going to cost a membership, which again always basically comes back to porn, basically. So people that want to,
Porn. It's all about the porn.
I'd say, yeah, the majority of people that are going to be wanting to get the subscription, that's what they're
Now,
going to
on
be
their
using it
website,
for,
they're going to be
so
telling you about,
they're-
oh, we've got thousands of hours
It's
of content for you to
literally-
watch.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
literally
but
a
that's not-
fucking video player. Why are they fucking charging you money to?
Because it's like
Because-
Netflix,
I'm
you know,
looking
why
at
does
the- I'm
Netflix
looking at
charge
the
you money?
website. I'm
Why does
looking at the
Netflix charge you
website.
money, you know?
Because Netflix has a fuckload of actual.
Yeah, well,
good
they're
shows
telling you
and
they've got
movies.
like, oh, we've got 10,000 things for you to watch, but it's probably all fucking
Okay, cool.
just some
like,
dude
YouTube
sitting in a
video
room
that you go and
masturbating,
sit
you
instead
know?
of a palette.
That's
Instead of
what
a
it is.
palette.
Because it's that people are going to be able to access it on their consoles with their VR headset. So if you want to try this out, subscribe to Rad, because that's the only way that
We should have done
Yeah.
this. We should have done this. We should have cornered this
Yes.
Marcus.
Yes, you know how much money you'd make?
Yeah,
From
So
there's
from all
a
the
lot of
perverts,
people out
desperate perverts out there.
Yeah,
Damn, I was going to say something. I can't remember what it was. Rad.
Next topic. you were gonna say.
start up our own NFT business
I don't know.
through this.
I'll just read the comments. Jeremiah says Rad is terrible. LSB says
Yes,
Rad sounds
probably.
anything but. Apparently they've been telling people on the Discord who've been like raising concerns. They've been banning them, and then the ban message says that's not the Rad energy we're looking for around here. Which I think is hilarious. Importance is most trash piece of software ever.
Trash.
Damn. Bad Robot says bring back the girls for the special topic. I saw that a bit earlier with Bad Robot, and I got them. They're ready. They're dancing. They're happy for you.
They're in the wings.
And there's a limited amount of NFTs available, says Danny. That's correct. I forgot to mention that. So it's like when I checked, those 9,000 of those NFTs left. So only 9,000 people could outright actually own it. So if it goes over that, then everyone's forced to just be subscribing monthly.
Disgusting.
VR in the mech, how you doing? VR in the mech says maybe Pro can run Hitman 3 Reloaded much better on PSVR 2. Huh? Damn, defensive. He's not happy. He doesn't like the fact that we criticized Hitman Reloaded, flop of the year, Quest exclusive. Donnie says, gotta pay to watch that porn. It be like that sometimes, according to my friend. So Donnie's a Rad subscriber. He's got the NFT. Bad Robo says, only tried the free version and it's trash. 240p, he says. Did they limit the free version to 240p?
That's the video quality that they give you
Jesus.
too.
Oh shit, Mr. Chopped is here. How you doing, Chopped?
1969.
Nice to see you still
Imagine
alive.
what those visuals would look like in VR. It's like,
Pixels everywhere. Back to Wednesday. Get it together, man. Oh my god, I just threw up. GC, or GC, y'all. How you doing, Chopped? Yeah, sorry, I couldn't make it yesterday. Jeremiah says, shitty 360 stuff is all I saw. No actual 3D 180 videos and really bad quality. Well, I think the draw is that you hopefully have your own 3D movies that you can put into it that way and use it like that. Is Rad TV getting a PS4 Pro updates? Lol, JK says Brannon. Free websites for that stuff. Not on PSVR 2. Next topic says Jackpot. You shut your mouth, you dirty bitch. Importance says they will make much more money by just selling the app for $20. Well, I mean, they always have that option, don't they? If they see it's not working for them, they can just be like, okay, We'll change the price scheme.
Why
change
would
it to
they?
20.
Why would they ever do that? Because they're gonna make whatever.
Well,
There's always gonna be.
If they don't make
Yeah,
the money,
if they don't, they could always fall back on selling the app. Yeah, that's true. But I don't know the math, but I mean, I'm sure they're gonna have a decent amount of people that are subscribing to their channel for that, and however much money it is, like monthly, regardless, monthly or like the one-time fee.
Yeah,
they're gonna be making pretty good money, I think. 'Cause there's there's no other option. So.
Rogue is here. Says, "Oh, how you doing, Rogue? Rogue, got some bad news. We've crashed again, except not in the game. We've crashed on Touch and Tips. This is the second stream for today because we crashed on Touch and Tips. It made the same loud noise. It did the freeze frame, the same loud noise, but this time I saw a blue screen for like 2-3 seconds. It says, you know, we're collecting data on what happened or whatever. And it was like that sad face it did, and then it just crashed, reset." So now I'm thinking it was maybe always showing the blue screen, but I just couldn't see it when I'm wearing the headset. So I don't know if that's going to like give us some kind of a clue, Rogue, but this is we're back to square one, I think. PC gaming is trash, 100%. Rogue also says, from what I've heard, most people using the Rad beta were quite happy. Interesting. They just got out of sorts when the pricing and the way it was priced released. Okay. Chop says, miss y'all. We miss you too, Chop. Get back in here. Get back in here, Chopped. You're like all healthy now and shit. Remember you were losing weight and shit. You're probably ripped, shredded. All you PC viewer people now, don't worry, we're getting back to PSVR2 very soon. Just waiting for Phasmophobia and Contractors to get over there, and then we can get rid of PCs. Scrap them. Okay, then there should be a log. Yeah, I'll check out that log shit after the stream. Decepticon says, schmicks that shits, get that PSU looked at. What does schmicks mean? Fix? Is he trying to say fix? Schmicks? DJ Dirty Yellow, how you doing? Says, y'all think Firewall Ultra will receive a PS5 Pro patch, and then laughing face. That's sad. Don't laugh. Don't make jokes about that. Don't disrespect. Don't disrespect Ultra like that. There's nobody there to defend us.
Don't beat the dead. Don't beat the dead up.
There to defend us. VRNMX says, of course they're all PC viewer now. Nothing left from Sony. Damn, VRNMX really, really salty over that Hitman. The reality of Hitman 3 has got him down bad. Chopped lost 32 pounds. Congratulations, Chopped.
Oh.
He did it. Enjoy a girl dancing. These girls are dancing for you, Chopped.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty Yellow says, do y'all think Rad will be the only media player in PS4 2? I think so. I think so.
It took them how many years to get it up and running on PS5? So, I mean, it's not easy to do, apparently. I don't know why it took... Why did it take so long just to get that running on PS5? Like, they had to...
Where's the PlayStation media player from Sony, you know?
I don't know.
Decepticon says it's the store name, Schmicks. It's got a new PSU, you think?
There's YouTube, there's a browser, there's all kinds of stuff.
You shut up about Quest. You shut up about nobody wants that stinking thing. You run out of batteries halfway through a video. Nobody wants that. Chop says, got Mad Ink done. Congratulations, I guess.
Damn.
Isn't. Mix. I don't know, I can't follow you now, Decepticon. I think he's being a bigot.
The name of the store. The name of the store.
Yeah, I think
he's adding a mic in front of it now, so it's just he's been a bigot. Actual, how you doing? Says y'all wearing PS5 Pro color. Yeah, we sure are. He's the first person to notice we synchronize again today. Chop feels great. I'm glad to hear it. All right. So yeah, looks like Rad is something to be avoided. Next topic then is the patent. The patent that proves that Sony are still in love with VR. I've got to reset this because it's. Just give me a sec here. This is.
They're not in love with VR.
Just give me 1 second. We get it up here. Might be a bit better, and then we just I've lost that, and now we just drag that down like that. This was all prepared before the crash. The crash reset everything.
It wasn't.
The crash
reset everything. All right. So there's a patent. We're talking about patents. We're back to that. It's been a while since we talked about a patent. So this new patent suggests a new VR headset from Sony. The big focus about this is that it's got a new prescription lens feature that's not possible on PSVR 2 currently. Now you can get the lenses to fit on top of them on a PSVR 2 currently, but with this thing it would like recognize it. There'd be like specific slots for them and shit like that. So this was filed in March 2023, so right after PSVR 2 actually launched, but it only became public there on the 5th. So obviously, that's quite a while ago now. Maybe nothing will come of that. Maybe it wasn't even related to PSVR2 because Sony do have that other kind of business VR headset where it's about design and architecture and other shit. I don't know what's going on really. But it could be, we had a PSVR1 version too. Maybe this is a PSVR2 version too. And I don't expect that to be the case. But it's a potential. It's a potential. It's not going to happen, but it's a potential.
Nope.
But yeah. Interesting as well in that the patent, as you can see on the screen there, it's not a PSVR2 headset. It looks like a PSVR1 headset that they're using to show off that model.
How can you tell?
It's got that. You can see the LEDs. You can see the LEDs on the front, like the blue lights where they'd be. On the side, you can see where the lights are.
Oh.
I don't even remember how my PSVR 2 looks like. So I fucking
it doesn't have the accordion face gaskets as well. But yeah, it's a PSVR 1. But maybe the fact that it's a PSVR 1 model indicates that maybe it's older than people think, and it's a distant image or distant past thing.
They're gonna re-release the PSVR for a third time.
Bring it back, baby. It's time. The time is now. Chop says, bring back the Move controllers. Can you imagine? Chop says midlife crisis tattoos, the whole body almost. Damn, we need to get the pictures.
Discord. Go on Discord. Let us see.
Big old tramp stamp.
Yeah.
Big old butterfly and
lipstick tattoo on his ass cheeks.
Ghost cock. The ghost cock emoji on his
ghost cock. Yeah, you have to have ghost cock.
Need that on your lower back there, Chop.
Danny talking to Chop. She also says the image is a PSVR 1. Exactly, Danny. See the lights on the back. Exactly. Well, I was looking at the lights on the side, but you're right. You can see them on the back too. Great Tantrum. How are you doing, Great Tantrum? Nice to see you. He says, oh crap, there are 3 guys talking. I didn't notice from the girl dancing. I was like, uh-oh. Is it music or something? But no. That reminds me, I forgot to turn the girls off. That was supposed to be just for the Rad. But we leave them on. We leave them on for Chopped. And then I think... Oh, I didn't save that. I did have another topic. But obviously Crash got rid of it. So there's a game out tonight. Actually, out now, I think. Over here. Dead Second. Basically, it's a time crisis game. I had the video first. Let me see if I can just get it back up real quick.
Dead Second.
You can do me a favor and read the notes for it so that I can get the video up and going.
Probably what is it?
Read. Sorry, I'm sorry.
November this year. The Quest 3S is gonna come out.
Oh my god! That's not the notes. That's not the notes, you bitch.
You guys like Batman? Everybody loves Batman. There's a game coming out. The Quest, Batman. Buy it. Max Mustard is already out. You guys want to play Max Mustard? Right now, they only play.
Shut up! All right, it's there. No, you can stop talking. Now. All right.
All right.
Anyway, as you can see from the video, it's like a time crisis style game. A big focus on like slow motion mechanic, and it's kind of got like the cartoony Fortnite-y kind of visuals that you can tell it's used to have to run on a quest. So there you go. But apparently it's good. I think like at the very beginning of the video, you'll see a quote from GT. Let me actually go back and see if I can pause it. Hold on a sec, let me pause it on these quotes. Why did that?
When I first saw this on the PlayStation YouTube channel, I saw it. I was like, okay. As soon as I started playing, I was like, here we go again. Another like showcased VR game on PlayStation that looks like old graphics. Like
I've paused it. It says this game gives you such a rush, and that's Gamertag VR, our boy Gamertag out here on PlayStation videos.
I would like to know what else he said about it. Is that his only comment about it?
Don't worry about the rest of it. You get
if it's a ripoff of Time Crisis, then I'll be interested because Time Crisis on the arcades was the shit.
Yeah,
with
that
the
shit
pedal.
was tight. That shit was class. Yeah, and the guns that with the rapid feedback, like oh yeah, the automatic.
Fucking finger the shit out of it.
Iconic. Yeah, that was really good. That was really good. Chopped, not to me. Bad Robo says I'm trash man. Chop says I don't need them fake girls dancing. They're not fake girls, they're real girls. I still get in trouble by the lady because there's a real girl who's been trying to dance for me. Damn. Crazy though, because I'm old as fuck and happily married for almost 15
Those tattoos are going to be getting all the attention.
All them girls, they see the weight loss, they see the tattoos. They all want a piece. They all want a chop of that. Did I miss your thoughts on PS5 Pro? You did. That was the first thing we talked about.
We're all buying it.
Yeah,
we're
buying
all gonna
three.
get an additional
One for everyone in our family. We're buying one for everybody in the audience too. That's what you get.
Everyone.
That's what you get when you watch Petrifying Pumpkins. You get a free PS5 Pro. All right, tell your friends. Subscribe.
We are going to be doing payment plans for all of the consoles, so you can expect them all in like 3 to 4 years time.
Yeah.
We're going to have them all paid off and be mailing them out to everybody. So just be patient.
Right.
Just
Okay.
be patient.
We're out of topics, which means it's time to
Yeah,
go to the fax
that's it.
machine. So let me hit you with that intro for the fax machine.
It's that
play.
time again.
Fax me
Questions and topics submitted by our viewers. So let's go to our fax machine and see what we have.
It's a weird
Fax
music.
me harder, Daddy. I've been a bad
What's
boy.
going on there? Get that fax machine. Okay. So we have one from LSB that he put in like weeks ago because it was supposed to be for last week's show, but obviously that got postponed. Okay, so he says, this is really early, but I might as well jot it down. What I'm thinking about is, what are your thoughts about jank in VR games? Does it ruin the immersion for you? Do you overlook it if the game is good enough? As far as I'm concerned, flat games are just as janky as VR ones, so it really doesn't bother me, especially if the game is good. Jank is something that will always be in games, and for those that don't know or understand the term, the term jank is used to describe something that is bad, useless, or disgusting. It can also be used to describe something that is broken, poor quality, or unreliable. Thank you for the definition at the end there as well, LSB.
It's all their LSB.
But yeah, I'm definitely in the situation where I can ignore jank as long as the rest of us is good, you know? Yeah. Like, look at all the Elder Scrolls games. Like, they're super fucking buggy and janky and all kinds of crazy shit going on there. And Fallout games as well, but they're still really good games. And that applies for virtual reality as well. Like, there's no reason for me not to apply that to virtual reality also.
Yeah, as long as it's not game breaking or like doesn't affect the actual like primary actions of your game, then I mean I can look over most of it. Depends on how severe the jank is, I suppose, but I mean most of the time I can overlook jank.
Jank boss? Obviously, use a Quest gamer, so he's used to jank.
No, it depends on the game, but for the most part, yeah, I mean, there's some games that help, say, like Arizona Sunshine 1. I think the jank on the characters was the only thing that made me finish the game.
Speaking of that, I have been seeing some jank in Arizona Sunshine 2.
All right.
And I'm not sure if it's like I'm not doing things properly or if it's just the game being janky. It's just sometimes like when you're grabbing your gear, you're grabbing the wrong stuff, or like just small things like that throughout the game. I'm seeing.
Well, that's
like,
annoying. That's annoying jank. You know, if you're grabbing the wrong things, that can have like I mind that kind of jank. But if it's like a character model goofing out, like or twisting around, like their arm is bending and shit, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know.
I would say I'm kind of borderline. Like I do generally like accept jank as long as it doesn't affect like the overall gameplay and it doesn't like get in the way. I think some of the stuff I'm doing wrong is just like it is very, very touchy about like where you're looking and like what you're grabbing is depending on like. So even if I think I'm looking at the gun, the cursor might like move quickly over to like the ammo, and I'll grab the ammo thing instead of the gun. So it just might be designed that way, and I'm just like not accurate enough to where I'm like trying to grab. So like maybe it's just me. So I'm not really sure if that is even jank, but there is like other things that are happening throughout the game that, like little things, will be janky. Like the dog will sometimes do like random like stupid things. So
Yeah. But you can forgive that. You know, you can see
that's forgivable. Like I'm still really enjoying the game. I am stuck at a part though right now. Like right before I jumped off to get ready for the stream, I was in like this little I'm in the sewers. You're in this like little drop down area, and I dropped down. I killed all the zombies, and there was like this big guy. I took him down, and then now I'm just stuck. I don't know where to go. Like I don't know the progression. There's like a drop down with a ladder that I fell down this way. And I killed everybody, and on the other side, there's like another spot that looks like there's supposed to be a ladder there that I'm supposed to climb out. I don't have any way to access that, and then there's a ladder on the ground that I'm thinking I'm supposed to be able to pick up, but I can't grab the ladder. So I've just been going around in circles in this area, if I try to backtrack, the door's locked where I came in, so I can't go anywhere that way. So I'm just stuck. I don't know what to do.
Well, if that's because of like I would call that more of a bug than jank. That's more of a critical issue if it is like if it's something that's supposed to be. Yeah. But maybe there's something else you're missing that's like obviously might not be jank then if it's just something you haven't seen yet or whatever. But
possible, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'll let you know next time I play it if I have to like look up a reason or if it's just actually broken. Because the ladder looks like it's sitting next to it. It seems like I'm supposed to put it up and place it where the ladder is, but I haven't really done anything like that in the game yet, where I had to like move something to climb, and I can't even like crouch down low enough to like my hand won't like reach down even when I'm like crouched.
Get the dog to pick it up. Say it, and then he picks it up.
It won't.
Okay. I'm out of ideas. I'm out of ideas.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it again, and if I don't, I'll look up online to see like what the solution is, and if I just missed it, I'm just blind or something. But there's not too much down there to do. So
I think the best example that we've been playing recently of jank is like contractors. Sometimes you put the gun down, it goes through the ground. It's like if you're in an upstairs area, it'll go down into the fucking downstairs. So an enemy will just get a free gun that you drop down underneath. Also, there's like lots of weird shit going on with arms and kind of, but it's fine. It's like I can overlook that.
Yeah, and that's pretty bad stuff too. Like if you lose your gun because it falls through the ground, that affects your gameplay.
Yeah.
But you overlook it because you're still having fun regardless, even if it messes you up.
Plus, I learn not to put down my gun on anything other than like a table or something like that. If it's not on the table, it's gonna go.
It could, disappear on you.
Let me catch up on the chat. Jackpot, sorry. You didn't say anything. Yes, I don't think. Or did you?
Yep.
All right.
You like the jank?
Just so forgettable.
You don't like the jank?
Depending on the games, for the most part.
Depending on the games.
Like the contractors had a lot of janky shit going on, and I still have fun because the game overall for me it's what I like. But yeah, I guess it just depends.
Yeah. Alice B says I'm gonna get Mark Cerny's face tattooed on my dick shaft. Disgusting. Jason Lewis, how you doing? Jason Lewis says, what's up with Ghost of Tabor? Well, I guess we're still waiting on a day, so I think the last we heard was like, it's coming to PSVR2 in the coming months, and that was like in August or something, so maybe October, November. Jeremiah says, Survive is the most jank PSVR2 I have played and the most fun co-op game I have played. Well, there you go, as long as it's fun, you can overlook that shit. Most of the
is that a 4-player?
I think so. I could be wrong.
Survive, I think it's 4-player, kind of like a horde mode, right? Like where they just
damn Chops says there's some tattoos he can't show. That's disgusting. All right, but yeah, you're right. It's a horde mode type thing, I think. Next facts then is from Bad Robo. Yesterday, he says, "How much time do you spend playing games per week?" All right, he's got 3 different questions. So that's the first one. We'll tackle that one. How much time would you say you spend a week?
I would I would say at least like bare minimum like 2 hours a day. Probably.
Okay.
Every day
at some point. Yeah, every day of the week. That's probably minimum. Yeah. Give or take. I mean, like sometimes like if I'm not working the next day, then I'll play like most of the evening, like well into like late. So like on a day where I'm not working the next day, I'll probably play like at least 4 or 5 hours.
Okay. So we're talking a minimum of 14 hours, but maybe closer to 20 hours a week, maybe.
Yeah, give or take.
All right, Jackpot.
Depending if something new comes out or what I feel like playing,
if I average it out, I'll say probably 14 hours because I play not every day, but almost every day. And if I don't play with you bitches, I play with Decepticon and them, and we usually play for like 2 hours. Sometimes the VR chat, for some reason, we play a lot more. So it just depends. But I'll say 14 or 20 hours is my average a week.
I'd say mine. I'd say like whatever you see me streaming is basically what I play per week. I mean, a little bit of something, like if an Astrobot comes along, I play a little bit of that on the side, but no, I've only put like an hour or 2 into that. And the rest then is what I'm doing on the channel, so you can add that up if you want, Bad Robo. But I'd say it's less. It's not. I'm definitely playing way less than I used to since the children came along, basically. Bad Robo asks, what is the name of Jackpot's grandmother?
Which one?
Because, well, you pick one. And then next week he can ask for the next one. Consuela.
I guess in English, Diana. I guess.
In English, what's it in Spanish?
Diana.
Diana. Damn.
Diana. Not Diana.
When are the girls coming back? He asked also. Well, that's been answered. That has been answered. And then we got one more from Important this time. He says a PS5 Pro enabled backwards compatibility with all PSVR1 games, but with no resolution or FPS improvements. Would you get it for the current price? No, not me.
I don't care about backwards compatibility, to be honest.
Muzz?
Backwards compatibility for PSVR, like the original.
PSVR1, yeah. He's saying like Astro Boss, Resident Evil 7, all those games would work on it, but it wouldn't give them any boost. Just that you could play them
Just
on
like
PSVR2.
They would be available.
Yeah.
No, I still don't think I could.
Well, what about the controls? You know, do they update for PSVR2 controls? You know, do I get to play Hitman with PSVR2
they'd
controls?
Can you play
you know?
Firewall 0 Hour again?
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I still wouldn't.
Firewall
I still
0
wouldn't.
Hour?
I still wouldn't. Personally speaking, doesn't support the aim controller. I don't want to play Firewall 0 Hour without the aim controller.
That it would have to be that paired with like any other better improvements that they haven't yet gotten to talking about for the PSVR2 current. If you know what I mean. Like it has to be like that snowballed in with other good stuff that's going to be helping VR. Then maybe I would think about trading my PS5 in to get the Pro. If there's like a whole bunch of things all that come together, including the backwards compatibility, then maybe.
Yeah, well, he's kind of the way it sounds like to me is like he's saying no advantages, just as they were, but on PSVR2. And I'm gonna say fuck off. I'm not paying €800 for that.
Probably not.
But yeah, interesting question. And that's all the questions. We're done. Apologies for the earlier incident where we crashed. I'm gonna have to try and look into that now. Because PC is so simple, so easy, so fun, and we gotta go looking for event. What's the crash events? I can't remember what that's called. Event viewer or something like that. So I gotta try and figure out what the fuck happened. Anyway, Muzz, Jackpot, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome, I guess.
You're welcome.
I love the hesitation. I love the hesitation. You get the exposure. As I tell you 100 times, you get the exposure. You know, stop talking about money. There's no money. It's all about exposure. It's all about exposure. I'm out of here. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you for the questions in the fax machine. And thanks for keeping us all company.
Maybe I should stream. Maybe I am missing out on
Exactly.
the
You should have been. You should have been. Are you still not too late? All right. You